Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to this has to be day number 4. Yes, day number 4, week 1, spring 2025, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. Let's begin. Let's head up. So we're gonna have our writing utensils. We're gonna be writing, and we're gonna be working out these problems. Like I said, this is a final installation on ratios. If you have any questions on ratios that you do not understand, please let me know. Today is what, Thursday? Thursday the 9th of January, 2025. The subject is, of course, mathematics. And the topic is definitely ratios part 4. Ratio word problems, Word problems, part 4. All right, so basically what do we know so far, right? When we say ratios, does anyone remember what I told you ratios are? What are ratios? What are ratios? What do they do? Anyone can answer. Don't be shy.
A way to compare two or more quantities?
Who's that? That's Crimson? Sound like Crimson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So a ratio is a way to compare two or more quantities, right? And so we have, when we have ratios, we know that it's very important that we understand that order does matter. All right. So the order in which we organize the ratio actually does matter. And so let's say, for example, if we have a ratio of boys to girls, and let's say like 2 to 5, we know that the 2 represents the boys and the 5 represents the girls. All right. And we can take our ratios and we could express them in lowest terms. All right. And we can do all that stuff. And ratios, we could have different, what should I say? We could have different examples or different scenarios in which we can apply ratios to. So we can apply them to whether we're dealing with land, whether we're dealing with money, right? And then we have something called the total equal part. Now, total equal part, what does that mean? And how do we find that? What is total equal part and how do we find that? Anyone can answer? What is total equal part and how do we find it?
The total equal part is both ratios added together.
So when we have, not just, it doesn't only have to be like both ratio, like only 2. It could be more than 2, right? So it could be something like, it could be something like 3 quantities that we're talking about, and we're trying to find the ratios of it. And so we're trying to find a total equal part, and then we can do it like that. Okay, so we continue our journey with this. It's going to be a good question. So let's go ahead and continue. So this question says that in the class, so write this down for me, please. You all should be able to do these questions. These are not difficult, but it's about seeing more questions like this. Some would have a little twist to it, but in general, I think you all should be able to handle at least majority of these questions. So all these are just basically past paper questions that I found, and we're just going to be going over them. So in the class 10B. So if you go to school, I don't know if your school does screaming, but 10B would be like a scream. It might be a low scream, a high scream, or a medium scream. The ratio of boys to girls, the ratio of let's do girls to boys is 4 to
Excuse me.
1. Go ahead.
My mommy asked if you can mute up.
Okay, no problem. Unmute, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. All right, good. So in the ratio of in class 10B, the ratio of girls to boys is 4:1, which means that there are more girls than boys, right? There are 30 students. There are 30 students in there. Write this down for me, please. There are 30 students in class. There are 30 students in the class. 30 students in the class. What I want you to do is in the class 10B, so the first question is, work out the number of girls in class 10B. So work out the number of girls in class 10B. That's the first question. The next question say, the ratio, this is part B, the ratio of girls to boys in class 10C is 3:2.
It's a little different because it's 10B.
No, that's 10B is just the number, it's just the name of the class. That has nothing to do with your answer. The ratio of girls to boys. The ratio.
Yeah, so I didn't know that.
Yeah, the ratio of girls to boys. That's fine. In class 10C, is 3:2. There are 14.
Are we supposed to do A before we write the ratio of girls to boys in class 10C?
Leave space because we're gonna answer them. There are 14 boys.
How much lines?
Like 4. There are 14 boys in the class. There are 14 boys in the class. There are 14 boys in the class.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Mm-hmm.
I could put my answers in the chat, please, because I don't have my books.
Yes, we can. Work out
you.
is gonna be BI. Work out the number of girls.
The chat disabled.
Yeah. Try now. Work out the number of girls
Thank you.
in class 10C. Girls in class 10C. And it's gonna be B. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and answer this. So, Jola for number 1A, it says in the class 10B, let me ask, any volunteers to read?
I could do it.
Go ahead, Makaya. I can't hear you.
In the class 10B, the ratio of girls to boys is 4:1. There are 30 students in the class 10B. A. Work out the number of girls in the class 10B.
Very good. So in order for us to find the number of girls in this class, what are we gonna do? You have to do what? You have to find what?
1 equal part.
One equal part.
One equal part. One equal part is going to be what? 30, right? Divided by the sum of what? 4 plus 1.
Good evening.
Good evening. 4 plus 1. And so therefore 1 equal part. 1 equal part is going to be equal to 30 divided by
5.
30 divided by 5. And so 1 equal part.
It's 6.
1 equal part is what?
6.
Is 6. Right, so 6. That's how we figure out what's 1 equal part. But are we done with this question? Are we done with this question?
No, sir.
Sir, you have to find the number of girls.
To define the number of girls. And the number of girls, would you all love for the number of girls, by the way?
24.
24.
24. How did you get 24?
Multiply 6 by 4.
Yeah,
6.
multiply 6 by 4. Why are we multiplying by 4?
Because 4 is
Because 4 is
related
the
to
number,
girls.
is the ratio of girls.
Yeah, so 4 is the number that represents the number of equal parts for girls. So 4 multiplied by what? 4 multiplied by 1 equal part, which is what? 6.
6.
So 4 times 6 is what?
24.
24. Very good. 24. 24 girls. So there are 24 girls. So number of girls is going to be 24 girls. Right. All right. Do we understand that? Let me know if y'all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Let me know if y'all understand that. Okay, so Ariana, where's Ariana?
I'm right here.
Can you explain how we got 24 girls, please?
Could you repeat that?
Explain how we got our answer, which is 24 girls. Are you paying attention?
Yes, sir. Hold on. 1 equal parts 30 divided by the sum of the ratio.
Mhm.
And then we use the 30 and we divided by the sum of the ratio. And then that's how we got 6.
Mhm.
And then we times the ratio of the girls to boys, which is 4 by 6, and got 24.
Very good. Why do we use 4?
Pardon?
Why do we use 4?
Because that's the number of girls, the ratio of number of girls.
Very good. That's the ratio number for the girls. Very good. Now let's move on to BI. Did y'all get the answer for BI yet?
Yes, sir.
What y'all have for BI?
21 girls.
21. Anyone else got the answer for for BI? She said 21 girls.
I have 9.
You have a 9?
I have 21 as well.
21. 9, 21. What is the answer here? Anyone else have the answer for BI? Anyone?
21.
21? Who said 21 just now? Aiden? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and answer it, right? So how did you get 21, Aiden? Before I answer it, let me see. If we're on the same
I
page.
used the formula from yesterday, which says like 3 to 2 that there's every 3 girls for every 2 boys in the class. So 2 times 7 equals 14. So 3 times 7 equals 21.
I got 6.
You got 6? Who say they got 6? Thank you, Aiden. Who say they got 6?
Trayvon.
Who?
Trayvon.
Who?
Trayvon.
Oh, Trayvon. Trayvon, yes. Go ahead. How did you get 6?
I just subtract 24 from 30.
You subtract 24 from
30.
30. Why did you do 34 from 30?
Because since we already find the number of girls and we know there are 30 students in this class, we don't have different classes. Sorry.
Okay. Say it again. You see the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
See the problem, right? So this is a good question. These are different classes. You all see that? This is 10B. This is what? 10 what?
C.
10C. So we can't use the same one equal part, and we can't use the same 30 students, right? It changes. Do you all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Please understand that
sir.
it changes, all right? So that means that we have to find a new one equal part. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have to work out the number of girls in the class. So let me erase this. So the number of girls is going to be, help me out. What are we gonna do? We're gonna find what?
One equal part.
One equal part. And how are we gonna find that one equal part?
Divide 14 by the sum of the two ratios. Add 3 plus 2 and divide it by 14.
Nope. Class, how are we gonna find the one equal part?
3 times 7.
Say it again.
3 times 7.
I don't understand your rationale. How are we gonna find the one equal part?
Don't you add 3
14
14
times
divided by
102 and divided by 14.
Say it again.
14 divided
14
by 3
divided
plus
by 2.
14 divided by
3 plus 2.
not 3 plus 2.
14 divided by 2.
14 divided by 2. Why 2?
Oh, because we're only finding girls.
No.
Because
Because we're only fighting boys.
Because go ahead, Leah.
It only gives us the amount of boys.
Exactly. This is the total amount for boys. This is not the total amount for the class. Now the first one is the total amount for students in the class. So that's why we
That's
can
what I
take
was trying to figure out.
yeah. The first one is 30 students. That's the total boys and girls. So you could take the sum of the ratios and you could add them and then divide it by that. But this one is just specifically referring to the boys. So 14 boys in the class. And so in order to find a one equal part, the same way how we did with the coffee beans, you have to take 14 and divide it by whatever is the number of ratios, the number of equal parts for boys. And the number of equal parts for boys is what?
It's 2.
It's 2. So therefore, the one equal part is going to be what? 14 divided by what?
By 2.
14 divided by 2. Do you all understand that or no? Let me know if you all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Can I
sir.
ask you-
Okay. Who do not understand why you did 14 divided by 2? Who do not? Anyone who do not understand? Let me know, please, if you do not understand.
I do not.
Who is that
Can you
speaking?
do it one more time, please?
Yes. You who said do it one more time? The one who said just now.
Chanel.
What's in? Oh, that's you. Your name is a bunch of lines. You need to change that. Anyone trying to figure who that was? Yes. Change that, Chanel.
Mr. Petty, isn't the answer gonna still be 14?
No. No. Shashanik, what happened? You missed class one day and then you all over
No,
the place.
one equal part is gonna be 7, but isn't
Yes.
the answer gonna still be 14 when you multiply it by 2?
No, we're trying to find girls. Think about it. We're trying to find girls. So we know that one equal part is 7. So how are we gonna find the number?
How to do it.
How are we gonna find the number of girls? What are we gonna do?
I think to find the number of girls. Exactly.
Go ahead.
You multiply 7 by 3.
Exactly.
7 times 3.
Yes. Why 3?
Because 3
Because
represents
that's the amount of shares the girls had.
Very good. That's the amount of shares the girls have. So 7 times 3
18.
gives us what?
18.
Gives us what?
21.
21. Very good. So number of girls is 21. Like Alea said earlier. Now, someone want me to explain it again. I think Chanel asked me to explain it again, and someone else. So let's go ahead and Miss Harris, right? So let's go ahead and explain it again. So we have one equal part. Now the one equal part is going to be, see, the only information they give us for this class is that it has 14 boys. This class 10C, that's 14 boys. And so that 14 boys, that is represented by this number 2 because that's 2 equal parts. So if 14 is 2 equal parts, 1 second. If 14 is 2 equal parts, that means that in order for us to find 1 equal part, we have to take 14 divided by 2. And that's how we find 1 equal part. Yes, someone have a question for me? Someone have a question for me?
I got that answer.
May I get a sip of water, please?
Who's that speaking?
Ariana.
Yes, we can. So
Thank
now the number of girls, see now we have 7 for 1 equal part. We know that the number of girls is going to be 3 times 7. Why 3 times 7? 3 times 7 because there are 3 equal parts for the girls. I might say this respectively. So there are 3 equal parts for the girls. So the girls is going to be 3 equal parts right now. 3 equal parts for the girls. And for the boys, it is 2 equal parts. So since the girls is 3 equal parts, we're trying to find a number of girls for the class. We know that it's 3 equal parts, and 1 equal part is 7. It's going to be 3 times 7, which gives us 21. And that's how we got that. Any questions for me before I move on to the next part? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, let's move on to the next question. It says, write down. This question says that they want us to write down. It's going to be write down. It's going to be B double I. 1, 2. Write down in simplest. Write down in simplest form the ratio of girls to the total number of students.
Why do you have B twice?
What about B twice? I mean BI. Write down in simplest form the ratio of girls to the total number of students in class 10C. Now this one is definitely a read to lead Bahamas. You have to read, right? Read the question and get a good understanding of what it's saying. It's saying they want us to write in simplest form the ratio of girls to the total number of students in class 10C. And I think I should take this and put it on the other side because we're gonna need that, all right? And they want us to write it in simplest form, which means that we have to simplify it, right? You have to scale it down. So let me put it on this side. All right. All right, good. And so we have, write down in simplest form the ratio of girls to the total number of students in class 10C. And so what do we have? So girls, right? The ratio of, and it has to be in the exact order. Girls, right? 2, girls 2, total number of students.
You ready, listen, John?
Yes, no, you're actually doing the side of your book. If you already got down, so you can put inside the chat if you know it already.
Wait, I'm not supposed to write this in my book?
Yes, you're writing it in your book. Yes, believe it, you're writing it in your book.
Oh, I must have heard something wrong. I already have basically here everything wrote down.
Yes, that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. So,
don't have my book.
what's her name? Okay, are we ready to talk about you? Ready to talk about you? Ready? Ready?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I sent in the chat.
Good. So the girls is what? How many girls do we have? How many girls do we have?
21.
21.
20 what? How many girls do we have?
21.
21. We have 21 girls. So 21 girls. And Ajani, what is the total number of students in the class in 10C? Ajani?
Can I answer, Mr. Petit?
I want Ajani to answer. What is the total number of students in the class for 10C? I can't answer from Ajani. I'm gonna ask Antoine. Antoine, what is the total number of students in 10C?
In 10C?
Mhm. Are you paying attention, Antoine?
Yes, sir. I write down the thing.
I'm asking you, what's the total number of students in 10C?
The total number of students?
Yes.
42.
42. Where you get 42 from?
I add the 21 plus 21.
Why you do 21 and 21?
I know.
Oh, can someone help him?
I think 21 girls and 24 boys.
Add 21 plus 14. And that's the total
35.
number of
Five.
people in the classroom.
How many boys do we have in this class? How many
20.
boys do we? We have
24.
How many boys do we have?
14.
24.
14.
14 boys. We have 14 boys, right? We have 14 boys. How many girls do we have inside this class that we just figured out?
21.
21. So 14, right? Plus what?
21.
Plus 21.
35.
It's gonna be equal to what?
35.
It's gonna be equal to
35. 35.
35. 35. Very good. This equals to 35. And so what we have here is we have 35. And we have what? 21. So 21 to 35. All right, next, how are we gonna simplify this? How are we gonna simplify? What number are we gonna use to simplify this?
Divide it by 7.
Divide top and bottom by 7. Top and bottom, my bad, both sides. So divide this by 7 and divide this by 7.
And you get 3 and
7.
5.
So 21 divided by 7 is gonna be what? 3, right?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
35 divided by 7 is gonna be what?
5.
5.
So in simplest form, this ratio is 3 to 5. Sashnik, how you got 7 to 5? What is happening here? Where's Sashnik? Sashnik,
Yes, sir.
how did you get 7 to 5?
Oh, Jesus. You know what I mean.
I have no idea. I don't know.
you divide by 7. It's 3 to 5.
You come in the class for one day. One day.
But I have 3 to 5 in my book. I don't know what happened.
Oh my.
Mr. Petit, you could show me up too, boy.
All right. Okay. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. I need Cameron. Where's Cameron?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and explain this question. Start from part A.
Okay. We'll go the number of girls in the class 10B. First, you divide, well, you gotta read the question out first. In the class 10B, the ratio of girls to boys is 4:1. There are 30 students in the class 10 and 10B. So basically, you just add, well, no, you ain't even add first. You do, yeah, you add, you add 4 plus 1, and then you divide it by 30. And then the 4 plus 1 would equal the 5. 30 divided by 5, you get 6. And then, yeah, that's all you want me to explain?
So
Or you want me?
six is the one equal part, but is that the answer? Remember the question say
No,
work
so
with
not
that.
really.
So what's the answer?
Work out the number of girls. So girls, you would have to say, you would have to read the question again. In the class 10B, the ratio of girls. So the first number would be girls. So it's 4. 4 times 6 equals 30. That's the answer.
4 times 6 equals
4 times. I mean 24, my bad.
24. Very good. Good. All right. So now go ahead and do part B.
Part B.
Uh-huh.
The ratio of girls to boys in class 10C is 3:2. There are 14 boys in the class. Okay, work out the number of girls in the class. So basically, you get the number. The second number is boys. So basically, you divide 14 by 2, and then you get 7. And then the number of girls,
Why didn't we divide 14 by 4 plus 1?
4 plus 1.
Like in the
That's
first one.
a whole different question. They talking about 10B in that question.
Okay.
That's 10C.
Good.
So basically, you know, hold on, your screen locking up a little bit. 1 second. Yeah, I get it. And then once you then do that, you get 7. Then the number of girls, you look at the question again. It says the ratio of girls, the boys in the class is 3:2. So the first number, which is 3, that would be multiply 3 times 7, which would equal 21. That's the answer for that.
Very good. And then how do we simplify it?
Simplify it. You would have to say how much girls in that's 10C. So 10C, you would get 21 and 14. You would add them two up together. Then you bring down the 21 for the girls and the 35 for boys. The 35 overall. So then you would say, hey, how much numbers? What number could divide into both of these without leaving a remainder, which would be 7. So then 7 divided by 21, you get 3. Then 7 divided by 35, you get 5.
Very good. Very good explanation. All right, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Have you all already done that? Have you all already done that? Let me know,
Yes,
please.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, so the passing score for today is actually 100%. So if you don't get 100%, you have to redo it. Because this is too easy. So I'm gonna put the quiz inside the chat. It's only out of 6 points. Again, the passing score is 6 out of 6. If you haven't gotten the 6 out of 6, please redo it. The quiz inside the chat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The quiz inside there, please go ahead and put it. If you started the quiz, please put started inside the chat again. If you started the quiz, please put started inside the chat. It is not a difficult quiz. It's the exact thing that we just did. I need to see if you're following along. Everyone should be doing their quiz. So I need you all to go ahead and do that. This is the first one.
Sorry, I don't have a Google account.
That's fine. Just you don't need a Google account in order to answer the questions.
How am I going to do it? It says I have to sign in before I can take them.
Why is it asking you to sign in?
Hello?
Me too, Mr. B. It asked me to
It's
sign
asking you
in.
to sign
Me
in?
too, Mr. B.
Okay.
Tell me access denied.
You have to accept the access on my own.
Yeah,
Alright.
mine's asking me to.
It asking you to do that? Okay, so let me manage. Anyone with the link?
Same for me.
All right.
I just requested access.
All right. Let me repost it inside this. Let me repost it. Let me repost it. This thing always doing something foolish. Done. Save. Okay, so okay, interesting. So I'm gonna post it inside the group again. The longer one. So let's see if this works. Try that one. I reposted the quiz inside the chat. Try that one. See if that works. Should
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
working. Okay, good. The passing score for this is what? 6 out of 6. It's only out of 6 questions. It is literally the same thing we just did. So it should not be difficult. If you followed us and if you was paying attention, you would get all right. Nothing difficult about this, not about this. All right, so go ahead and answer the questions. Everyone should get all right. I need you all to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp as well. Markeo, where's Markeo? Where's Markeo? I can if I'm Markeo. Once you finish your work, I need you to take a screenshot of your grade and send it to me via WhatsApp. Everyone should get 6 out of 6. Very good,
Caleb. Get a 6 out of 6.
Let me know if you get 6 out of 6, put I inside the chat. If you get a 6 out of 6, put I inside the chat. Okay, very good. Destiny, please redo your quiz. Dior, very good. Antoine, Crimson, Liliana, very good. A lot of people are getting all of them right. That's good. Okay, everyone should get all right. This is not rocket science. So let's go ahead and answer these. Once you have finished your work, take a screenshot of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need to see a screenshot of your grade and put I inside the chat if you got all right. Let's move on to this next question. Ratios 2. All right, very good. Ethan, Tiffany, Chanel, Kanan, Trevon. Who else got 100? Let me know if you got 100, please. You got all right.
I did.
I did.
Yourself.
I did.
Good.
I did.
Good. Cleveland, Joel, Cooper. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and.
Mr. Petit, I'm doing it over. I make a mistake.
Sashanik.
I finish.
Sashanik. There's Sashanik. All right, let's go ahead and answer the next one. All right, so
I got a 6 out of 6.
good. Anyone else got all right before we move on to this one?
I did.
Good.
I did.
Good, perfect.
I did.
All right, let's move on to the next question. And this is example number 2. If you haven't done the quiz, please make sure you do the quiz. It's inside the chat. Anyone need me to post it again? Oh, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Example number 2. Some people might need me to post it again, you know. Let me do that. If you got all right, please put I inside the chat. And I need you to send also the screenshot of your grade. All right. Let's do another one. All right, remember the passing grade is 6 for the 6. So Zion, you need to redo it. Sasha, you have to redo it. Patrick, you have to redo that. You shouldn't be getting less than 100 on this because you have the notes. All right, let's go ahead and answer this. Okay, so it's another one. Sort of interesting, but when I say interesting, I mean just, you know, a different way. It's not like traditional, but it's still the same thing apply, right? So it says, Carol, write this down for me, please. Carol.
I got a 6 out of 6.
Very good. Carol and Wanda are in business together. They share profits in the ratio of their investments in the business. Please write this down for me, please. Write this down. Carol put.
Mr. Badid, I finished the quiz.
What you got?
6 out of 6.
6 out of 6. Very good. Carol put in 24,000. 24,000. Carol put in 24,000. And Wanda put in $32,000. Part A. Write in simplest form the ratio of their investments. Right, in simplest form, the ratio of their investments. And in the form, Carol to Wanda. Carol to Wanda. Sasha, Nick, very good. All right. Okay, good. This is number 2. So they want us to write this thing in simplest form as a ratio. Where's Michaela? Michaela, can you hear me? Where's Michaela? Michaela Maki, are you there? Can't hear from Michaela. Shania Bethel. Where's Shania Bethel? Shania Bethel, can you hear me? I can't hear from Shania. Shania, where's Shania? Shania, can you answer? Can you read this question for me, please? Shania Mitchell.
Carol and Wanda are in business together. They share profits in the ratio of their investments in the business. Carol put 24,000 and Wanda put in 32,000. Write in simplest form the ratio of their investments. Carol to Wanda.
Very good. Go ahead and answer this to me, please.
You have to put 24,000 and then the colon and then 32,000.
Okay, so you're saying that how to answer this, we have to, let's say we have, it's a Carol to Wanda, right? So Carol Carol to Wanda. What was Carol amount of money?
24,000.
24,000. What was Wanda?
32,000.
It was 32,000. So it's gonna be that's 32,000. Carol's a Wanda. All right. So how are we gonna simplify this? Gonna do what?
4 and 2.
Say it again.
I cross out the zeros and then I use 4 and 2.
Yeah, let's cross out the zero. So we're gonna cancel out this 0 with that 0. Cancel out this 0. I did that so wrong. Let's do it properly. Erase. We cancel out this 0 with that 0. We cancel out this 0 with that 0. We cancel out this 0 with that 0. So we are left with what?
24 and 32.
24 and 32. We are left with 24 and 32. All right, good. And so we have to do what? We have to divide, right? Divide both sides by
8.
Divide both sides by 8. And so 24 divided by 8 is what?
Is 3. 3.
Is 3. It's gonna be 3. 3 to what?
4.
32 divided by 8 is going to be what?
4.
4. Can we simplify this any further?
No.
No, definitely not. So the answer is going to be what?
3 to 4.
3 to 4. There you go, 3 to 4. All right. Do y'all understand this? Let me know if y'all understand this, please.
But you don't get the 8 from.
Yes, sir.
Where I got
Mr.
the,
Batiste,
yes.
I don't really understand this one.
You understand this one? Okay.
No, sir.
All right. Someone asked me where I got the 8 from. Someone asked me where I got the 8 from. Okay, so as you can see, both 24 and 32, 8 could go into both of them. So since 8 could go into both of them, that's why we use 8. Okay. So for Zion, Neely, the thing is that we have Carol and we have Wanda. They tell us that they want us to write this ratio in simplest form. What does that mean? That means that we have to do Carol since Carol came first. And she put in what? How much money did she put in Zion?
24,000.
She put in 24,000. And how much money did Wanda put in?
32,000.
Very good. So we have to do 24,000 to 32,000. And then we have to simplify it, right? So that means that we're going to cancel the zeros. This 0 cancel with that 0. This 0 cancel with this 0. And this 0 cancel with this 0. And so we are left with 24 to 32. Okay, 24 to 32. And so if that being the case, we are going to divide both of these by 8. The reason why we're going to divide by 8 is because
8 could go in the both of them.
8 could go into both of them without even remainder. 24 divided by 8 is 3, and 32 divided by 8 is 4. Therefore, the answer is 3 to 4. Now, it's in simplest form because, you know, there's no number that can go into both 3 and 4 without leaving a remainder besides 1. Okay. Chloe, are you there? Where's Chloe?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand this or no?
No, sir.
No? Okay, so they say, read the question for me so we can read the question.
Write in simplest form the ratio of their investment, Carol and Wanda.
Start from the beginning.
Carol and Wanda are in a business together. They share profits and ratio of their investments in the business. Carol put in 24,000 and Wanda put in 32,000. Write in simplest form the ratio of their investment.
Good. So how much money did Carol put in, Chloe?
24,000.
Good. That's why we have 24,000 there. All right. And how much money did Wanda put?
32,000.
32,000. So we have those two. So we put them there side by side. Now what they want us to do now is simplify it. So we just cancel the zeros. This zero cancel with that zero. This zero cancel with this zero. And finally this zero cancel with that zero. And so we are left with 24 to 32. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna divide both sides by 8 because 8 can go into both of them. And so we are left with 3 to 4. Why? Because 24 divided by 8 is what?
3.
Good. And 32 divided by 8 is what?
4.
4. And that's how we got that. All right, that makes sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, good. Next. Let's go on to the next part of the question. Does that make sense to us before I move on to this next part? Does that make sense to you all?
Yeah, so.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
All right, so the next part said determine, part B says that they want us to determine Carol's share. So determine, come on. Oh boy, here's what I didn't want. Come on, be kind. Good, part B. Determine, I'm gonna have to make a new one. So we want to determine Carol's share. Determine Carol's share when the business made a profit of 25,200. When the business made a profit of 25. When the business made a profit of 25,200. So we need to figure out what is the profit. Sorry, what is Carol's share when the business made a profit of 24,200. That's what we need to do. Okay. And so that's our work. Any ideas on how we're gonna do that? If the business made 25,000, did I duplicate it? Let me duplicate this. If the business made 25,200, what would be Carol's share?
We're going to find a new equal part using the 25,200 and then with the bearing in mind that Carol's share is
200.
After you find one equal part, then you multiply that by 3.
You multiply it by 3. Okay, anyone else want to try?
You would add
3 and 4.
3 and 4 plus
200.
So we have to find one equal part, right? So one equal part. Now the profit is the total, right? So one equal part is going to be equal to what? 25,200, right? 25,200. Divided by what?
7.
7.
Divided by 7. Where did we get the 7 from?
3 plus
3 plus 4.
4.
When we added what?
3 to 4.
3 plus 4. Where we get the 3 plus? Where did we get the 3, 4 from?
after we simplify.
The ratio.
You see why they asked us to simplify it from above, right? So 3 plus 4. And so 1 equal part. 1 equal part is going to be equal to 25,200 divided by 3 plus 4 is what?
7.
7. And so 1 equal part. 1 equal part part is going to be equal to 25,200 divided by 7 is what?
3,600.
Did anyone else get that when you divided
Yes, sir.
25,200?
Yes, sir.
25,200 by 7, 3,000 what?
600.
3,600. Where is
I just did it and I just got that.
just got it, good. That's one equal part. Where's Ajani? Ajani, are you there? Where's Ajani? Ajani? Where's Ajani?
Yes.
Explain how we got explain how we got 3,600. Ajani, explain how we got 3,600, please.
We have one equal part equals to 25,200 divided by 3 plus 4.
Why did we use 3 plus
And
4?
then you have, because the ratio is 3 to 4.
Good.
And then you have 25,200 divided by 7, and that'll give you 3,600.
Very good. What else? That's how we find one equal part, right? So are we done, Ajani? When we finish finding one equal part, are we done?
Yes.
Are we done? They said, what is Carol's share, Ajani? So are we gonna figure out Carol's share, Ajani? Ajani, how are we gonna figure out Carol's share? Do you know or you need help? I think you need help. Xavier Miller, explain them how we gonna figure out Carol's share. Xavier Miller.
Can I use Mr. P?
Simplify the answer, right?
Go ahead, Alex.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, simplify the answer.
So yeah,
What you mean simplified
No,
answer?
you multiply by 3.
Cause I
yeah,
got what I think the answer is, and it's simplifiable.
You don't have to simplify nothing. It should be very straightforward. Go ahead, what his name is.
okay.
Go ahead, Alex.
So in order to find Carol's share of the business profit, you have to multiply 3,600 by 3 because her ratio, because she put 3 parts in the rate, so her ratio is 3, right?
So we're gonna divide it by, we're gonna multiply it by 3. So Carol's share is gonna be what? Equal to 3,600 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 3. Very good. We multiplied by 3 because Carol accounts for 3 equal parts. Okay. So 3,600 multiplied by 3 and 3,600 multiplied by 3 is what?
10,800.
3,600 multiplied by 3 is going to be what? 10,800. That is Carol's share. That's Carol's share. All right. Did anyone else get 10,800?
I got that.
Got that?
I did.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else got
I
10?
got that.
I did.
Good.
I did.
Yes, sir.
I'm not talking too much today. I have a tutor.
No problem. Okay, next. So that's Carol's share. Now let's ask part B. Part C rather. So this is that 10,200. Okay, good. Last part of the question says the following. Let's put this on this side. Please make sure I mute your mic if you're not speaking. So next part of the question says, if it's part C. If Wanda's share of the profit was 7,664. Calculate. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is a good challenge question. I didn't realize that. I want y'all to try this. Calculate the total profit made that year. This is a good question, by the way. If Wanda's share of the profit was 7,644, calculate the total profit made that year. What y'all gonna say for that one? Anyone? Any ideas? Where is Xavier Miller? Where's Shania?
You.
How are we gonna get? Go ahead,
Um,
Shania.
I think you're supposed to divide 7,664 by 12.
By 12?
Can I try?
Say by 12?
That's so.
Why by 12?
Because there's 12 months in a year.
No.
Can I try?
Go ahead.
We already know what Carl's share is, and now we're given Wanda's share. So I think we should add the 10,800 to the 7,664, and then we'll know the total.
Nope.
No?
No, this is something different because this is not the same as this. They're saying if Wanda's share is this.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's different.
I think I know.
Someone said they think they know. Who's that?
Savannah.
Go ahead, Tavana. Then
I
Alea, you go.
was gonna divide 7,664 by 4, and then times it by 3, and then add it to 7,664.
I think I know what she's saying, and I agree.
You agree?
If I properly understand what they said.
Okay. What is your idea?
My idea was that if we know Wanda has a share of 4, and so we get that number and divide by 4, and then that's 1 equal part. And then with that 1 equal part, we find Carol's share. So we do the 1 equal part times 3, and then add the 1 equal part times 3 to the $7,664.
Okay. But how are we gonna get the total profit?
Add those two. That's how you get the total profit.
Okay, you want to add those two. Okay.
Gotta find the 2 shares and add them.
Okay, so you're gonna find the 2 shares and then add them. Okay. Anyone else?
Because it says total profit, you have to get a bigger number, and dividing would give you a smaller number. So would you multiply 7,664 by 12, and then never mind.
All right. Well, anyone else want to try before I go ahead and explain it away?
I want to try.
Go ahead.
Divide 7,664 by 4, and then never mind.
No, you gave up already, Aiden. All right, y'all write about this. Let's do this part. Y'all write about this. We have to divide. We have to find 1 equal part. So 1 equal part. 1 equal part. 1 equal part. Do y'all still like ratios?
No, sir.
It's getting on our nerves today, right? Yeah. It gets like that. So one equal part, one equal part is going to be what? 7,600 and what? 4 divided by what?
4.
Divided by 4. Why are you dividing it by 4 and not 12? I mean 7.
Because 4 is Wanda's share.
Very good, because 4 is Wanda's share. Wanda's share, Wanda. A share is what? 4.
4.
Yeah. So 764 divided by 4 is what?
1,916.
1,900 and let's go ahead and do that division. So we have 4 into let me erase this. Erase all ink, clear all drawings. So we have 4 into 766. 4. And so we say 4 into 76. I mean 4 into 7, that goes what?
Once.
Once. 4 times 1 is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. Right now in the 6. Yeah, how many times does 4 go into 36?
9 times.
9 times. 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is
36.
Yeah, 36. 36 minus 36 is going to be 0 and 0. Bring down the
6.
Bring down the 6. How many times does 4 go into 6?
Once.
4 times 1 is
4.
4. 6 minus 4 is 2.
2.
How many times we bring down the
4.
Bring down the 4. How many times does 4 go into 24?
6. 6 times.
Yeah, 6 times. Not 4 times, 6 times. It's going to be 6. And so 4 times 6 is going to be 24.
24.
24 minus 24 is 0. And so what that means is, let me X. So what that means is that one equal part is going to be 1 equal part.
I got my answer.
You got 1 equal part is going to be what? 1,916.
16.
That is 1 equal part.
For the total, what I got 38,320.
38,000.
320.
320. Okay. So now that we know the 1 equal part, let's find Wanda's share. What is Wanda's share going to be?
Are we supposed to find Carol's share?
I mean, let's do Carol first then, since we have to
Because
go.
it's already showing how much Wanda have.
Yeah, already shown like Wanda have. That's true. That's a very good point. Carol's share is going to be what? What is Carol's ratio?
3.
3.
3. It's going to be 3 times what?
100.
1,916.
Yeah, 3 multiplied by 1,916. So Carol's share is going to be equal to, what is 3 times 1,916?
5,748.
Say it again.
5,748.
Good. So that's Carol's share. We done, right? We finished, right?
No.
No? What you mean no?
Add both shares together.
Because we're trying to find the what?
Total.
The total.
Profit. The total profit. So the total profit is going to be equal to what? We have to add Wanda's share and Carol's share. So Wanda plus Carol. And that means it's going to be equal to what? So total profit is going to be equal to what? Wanda's share is 7,604. Carol's share is 5,748. We add them together. It's gonna be what? 7,604 plus 5,748. So the answer is gonna be what? 13,000.
13,412.
13,412. And that is our answer right there. All right, so that's the total profit. Do you all understand how I got that? Or I need to explain it again?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Yeah, sir.
Start.
Yes, sir.
It again, please.
Explain it again. All right, what I want you to do is take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Everyone needs to do that. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. The mayor, can you hear me? Where's the mayor? Ford. The mayor, Ford, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
The mayor, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I finally could hear you online. Good. Have you sent me this work yet?
No, sir.
So I need you to take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Okay.
And Devin Barr, where's Devin? Devin Barr, can you hear me? Shania Bethel, where's Shania Bethel? Shania Bethel, can you hear me? Can't hear from Shania. How about Michaela? Michaela, can you hear me? I can't hear from Shania. I can't hear from Michaela. Tonisha, are you there? Where's Tonisha Virgil?
I'm here.
Okay. Have you sent in your work already?
Sending it now.
Okay, good. And Randolph Bethel, where's Randolph Bethel?
I'm here.
Have you sent in your work yet?
No, sir.
What happened?
I was gonna send it now.
Okay, go ahead and send it for me, please.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the notes before this, please.
Yes, I can. All right, so let me go ahead and explain this again. So it says if Wanda's share of the profit was 664, calculate the total profit made that year. So for those of you who don't understand, they want the total profit. So total means to add, subtract, divide, or multiply. When we say total, what does that mean?
To add.
To add, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find Carol's share. We already have Wanda's share. We have to find Carol's share and add it to Wanda's share in order to find the total profit. Understand that, Ms. Morris?
I understand that, but like I said, when I see the other part from the B, where it says Carol's share is the 10,800, and then you're looking for Carol's share again, that's what I mean.
But have you confused? Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
And the reason is because they give you a new Wanda share. So if you look at this, right? It says Carol's share is 10,800, right? Wanda's share in this case would be the difference between 25,200 and 10,800. And if you do that, 25,200 minus 10,800, that's 14,040. So clearly, Carol's share here in this case is, not Carol's share, Wanda's share in this case is 14,400, while Carol's share is 10,800. You understand that? For this one.
Yes, sir.
But here they're telling us that Wanda's share is 7,664. So that means that this is not the same scenario.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So that's how we know it's different. So that's how we know we need a new one equal part. You understand? Because it's not the same thing. It's not the same question. So you need to find a new one equal part. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So now that we have one equal part, so now that we have Carol and Wanda's share, we know that Wanda accounts for 4 equal parts. So we take 7,664 divided by 4, and that gives us 1,916. Good. So that's 1,916, but we want to figure what is Carol's share. So we take that 3, and the 3 comes from Carol. So
Yes,
3,
sir.
so 3 times 1,916, multiply them together, and that gives us 5,758. But they wanted the total profit, so we have to add Wanda's
total.
share. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that gives us the 13,000. So, right, that makes sense?
Thank you.
All right, good. So, go ahead.
Can I use the bathroom real quick, please?
Joel, you always have to use the bathroom or do something. You have to do that before class, man.
Yes, sir.
You have to do that before class. You always run into the bathroom. Come on, man. All right. I am going to put the quiz inside the chat. That should be very easy. Nothing difficult again. It's just gonna be basically what we're doing here. So I'm going to put inside the chat. Once you've started the quiz, just put started inside the chat for me, please.
Mr. Pate, could you go to the notes, please?
I can. Again, once you've started the quiz, please put started inside the chat. The quiz is going to be placed in short order. I hope that you have no problems with this one, that everything went smoothly. So make sure that if there's any problem, just let me know. It should just allow you to take it. So it's going to be the second one. It pastes in chat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you've started the quiz, please put started inside the chat. Again, once you've started the quiz, please put started inside the chat. Everyone should get all right in this quiz. There shouldn't be no issues with this. Wait a minute. I hope I post the right one. Yeah, it is the right one. All right, everyone should be doing the quiz. Again, once you've started the quiz, please put started inside the chat for me. It's based on what we just did. So, Liliana, are you doing the quiz? By the way, once you finish the quiz, I need you to take a screenshot of your grade and send it to me via WhatsApp. So please do that. Once you've done the quiz, take a screenshot of your grade and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, I see the grades coming in already. Yeah, very good. Caleb, Cameron, Tanaya, Shanair, Max, Krazia. Very good. Those persons who you might call Crimson. If you got 100, put I inside the chat for me, please. And take a screenshot of your grade and send it to me via WhatsApp. Malia, Major, very good. Zion Davis, very good.
Mr. Petit,
Mhm.
I don't see the quiz inside the chat.
That's Chloe.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you probably just arrived. The quiz is inside the chat. Look at it now. See if you see it. Everyone has gotten all right. Let me see. Hopefully nobody breaks the trend. This is like the first time this have happened. A lot of you got all right.
Well, you did put the video though.
Exactly. But the problem is no one is breaking the streak yet. I can see who's the first one to break the streak. Sasha, Nick, please do not break the streak, please. Antoine, please do not break the streak. Everyone is getting 6 out of 6.
What you mean, Mr. Petit?
I said don't break the streak. I'm counting on you not to break the streak. Can I count on you? Jaden, very good. Shaved, very good. Excellent. Put I inside the chat if you got all right. Take a screenshot of your grade and send it to me via WhatsApp. Wow. Is everyone going to get 6 out of 6? No one has gotten less than 6 out of 6 as yet. Yay, Sasha, you didn't break the streak. Very good. This is
It's a
insane.
petite, don't jinx it.
I know, right? I know. Literally, no one has gotten. This can't be right. No one has gotten less than 6 out of 6. No one. So far. So far. I'm crossing my fingers on this. Oh my goodness.
Excuse me, Mr. T.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, by now, all of us should know the answers.
Should. I mean, you had the notes on the last quiz and people still messed that up. So I am serious. This is definitely a record. This is a record. Wow, I open, I turn back, it doesn't change. I can see who's the first person who could break it. Someone gotta break it. It's just inevitable. Someone's gonna break it. I do not believe that everyone is gonna get all right. Someone is.
Please don't speak that.
I'm telling you.
We ain't gonna speak that.
And it just happened. It just
I blame
happened.
you.
It just happened.
I said you was gonna jinx it.
It just happened. Twice in a row. Twice in a row. Twice in a
That's
row.
hurtful.
That is
Jinxed
just
it.
hurtful. Just as hurtful, man. I didn't. Don't blame it on me.
It
I know
wasn't me. It
I-
wasn't me.
Antoine, you know exactly that was you.
Mr. No, no.
4 out of 6. You did 4 out of 6.
Never.
All right. Okay, let's go ahead and answer another one. Y'all think you're ready for another one?
My brain hurts.
Your
No
brain
thanks.
hurts?
Yeah, my brain hurt.
Your brain hurts? This is easy. Remember y'all tell me ratio is easy?
Because you know the answers already.
Ratio is easy.
Before this.
Before
I
this.
didn't even look
At
at
the
the answers. I just
beginning,
figured
it was easy.
At the beginning it was
Now
easy.
After today, if I see a ratio, I might run.
No, don't run, don't run. Don't run, don't run. Let's do another one. Let's become pros. There's levels to this, so we have to reach to another level. We already passed the baby level. Now we get into the more mature level.
Hold on, wait, this is the baby level?
No,
Oh, that was the baby level.
the days before, like leading up to this.
Okay, I was scared.
All right, let's do another one. We should do another 5.
5.
My brain can't take that, especially in deep entering all
My
day.
brain is percolating right now. So sorry.
I just come out of school.
No excuses. No excuses. All right.
Okay.
This one could be good. I hope. I hope. All right, let's go ahead.
Rico.
All right. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do it beast too. Number 3. This should be good. We already got a good foundation with the first 3. And so
Anytime you say it can be good,
so yeah, this should be very good. I like this one. So grandma, see, we even have grandma on this. Grandma Thompson. Grandma Thompson's not gonna do it for now. Grandma Thompson left $30,000. No, $80,000. My bad. Sorry, grandma. 80,000.
She's sharing?
80,000 to share
Where did you get all this money from?
among
No. You can slide some.
among Richard, Ken, and Angela in the ratio 3 to 6 to X.
see what I talking about? That's come from.
If
See,
Ken
no. Where did the letter come from? Where did the variable come from so early?
No,
if
sir.
Ken
Mr. Bazzi.
received
No,
if
sir.
Ken received 30,000. 1 second, 1 second.
I thought it was going good, man.
If Ken received 30,000, how much
Mr.
Oh,
Martin, I thought we was doing good.
yeah, we doing good.
I thought, and you gonna put an
I
X in
know
there?
it's January,
Yeah.
but please say April Fools.
If Ken received $30,000, how much did Angela receive? All right, so it's a good question. So Grandma left $80,000 to share among Richard, Ken, and Angela in the ratio 3 to 6 to X. If Ken received $30,000, how much did Angela receive? Okay, so let's break this down. So the way how we do this is we know that Richard is how much? How much shares for Richard? How much shares for Richard?
3.
3 shares. Very good. How many shares is for Ken?
6.
Let me guess. So Ken is what? Ken is
6.
6 shares. And how many shares is for Angela?
X.
We don't know, right? X. Right? So Angela, we need to find you out. But the thing is, they told us what Ken got, right? So if we know what Ken got, right, we could figure out what is 1 equal part. How? How? Go ahead, Antoine.
I think grandma don't like what her name is?
Angela?
Angela.
You don't know that yet. Angela might have gotten the most. Who knows? She might have gotten.
Plus 6
So
equal
do you want
9.
examples
Over the
that'll
limit.
be so difficult, man?
It's not difficult.
Angelo couldn't
if-
get the most because Richard is 6.
Richard is 6.
Yeah, I mean, no, Ken is 6.
Ken is
Richard
6.
only,
Yeah,
yes, Richard
Ken.
is only 3.
Yeah,
So
Richard's only 3.
Get the most.
No, I don't think Angela will get the most. I think Angela, we'll see. We don't know yet, but we'll see. But I don't think she got the most. But how are we
No,
going to
Richard-
find 1 equal part? How are we going to find 1 equal part? If
Richard
Ken
is 15.
received $30,000, how much did Angela receive?
Whoa.
How are we going to find 1 equal part?
Well, so far we
Divide
don't
3,000
know
by 6.
Use the $30,000
by
to
9.
divide by
Divided by 6.
We don't know what Angelo own is, so I'll say by 9, divide by 9.
No.
30,000.
Remember, Ken.
we gotta divide by 6 because this is Ken equal part right here.
Exactly. You all understand what she's saying? And that makes
Yes.
plenty sense because very good, Sashanik. So Ken's amount is 30,000, but we know that 30,000 is 6 equal parts, right? Because Ken is 6 equal parts.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say 30,000 divided by what? Divided by
6.
By 6. All right. And so let's go ahead and do that. So we say 1 equal part. 1 equal part. 1 equal part is going to be what? Equal to what? 30,000 divided by what? Divided by 6. What do you all get when you all divide it?
5,000.
5,000.
Divided by 6. And that gives us what? 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. That is 1 equal part. Okay, so 1 equal part is 5,000. And what we need to do is we need to figure out, we already know what Ken is. We need to figure out, you know, who's equal part we need to figure out?
Richard. And then,
Richard and then we could,
I noticed.
Richard and that
with
demon
the fact
child,
that
Angelo.
Mr. Petit,
Yes.
we're going to find, we already know what Ken equal part is.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to find Richard's equal part, add them together, and then subtract that from 80,000, and that's how we're going to find that answer.
Wait, you looking at my notes, see?
No, sir.
No.
Sure.
Focus plus and mental stability.
When you first put
declined
it
by
on the
10%.
board, it just seemed difficult, but now that we done find Ken on.
Yeah, we know Ken on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. That's all we need, right?
Yeah.
Empress, you don't have to scratch your head. Good. Good. Go ahead.
I think Richard only 15,000.
15 or 16?
15.
Yes, that's correct. So Richard's share is gonna be equal to what? 5,000. 5,000. Go ahead, Trayvon. How you got that? 5,000 multiplied by what?
I look at the ratio and I see Richard is 3 and
On the times that by 3.
I
Times
get
it by-
half it.
Yeah.
Half of 6 is 3 and half of 30 is 15.
So 5,000 multiplied by 3 is gonna be what?
15,000.
How much?
15,000.
15. 15. Very good. 15,000. All right, class. Do we understand how we got Richard's share?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm only hearing from a few of you or the
Yes,
rest of
sir.
you who is not answering. You all
Yes, sir.
understand?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Like Aiden,
Yes, sir.
Frandu, and D'Angelo. D'Angelo Smith, are you there? D'Angelo Smith. How about Dezon Curry? Are you there? Some of you, when your parents ask me how you doing in my class, I can say, I don't know. Because I don't hear from you all. Some of you. So what do you want me to tell them? I can tell them that you be sleeping. That's all I can say because I don't hear from you. So you have to be participating, not just a few of you. Or all of you must participate. Go ahead, Trayvon.
I find Angela.
Yes, sir, I understand.
So Richard's share is 15,000. Now we need to figure out what is Richard's share and Ken's share. So Richard's
45,000.
very good. Richard's share. Anyone else got 45,000? Richard's share.
Yes, sir.
And Ken's
So
share.
yeah, 10 to 100 is 35,000.
It's gonna be what? The 30,000 from what? Ken. And the 15,000. So the 15,000 from Ken. Sorry, the 15,000 from Richard. And 30,000. That's a lot of money.
From Ken.
30,000, depending on who you ask. 30,000. It's going to be what?
That's 45,000.
That's 45,000. Very good. 45,000. 45,000.
I was right. Angela.
You subtract the 45,000 from the entire share, you get Angela's share.
Yes, so now we want Angela's share, right? So Angela's share.
Angela's share 35,000.
Angela's share is going to be the difference between, what's the total amount? It's the total amount.
80,000.
80,000. It's going to be 80,000 minus what?
45,000.
Richard and Ken's share.
45,000, yeah, 45,000 minus 45,000, which gives us what?
35,000.
35,000.
80,000 minus 45,000. It gives us 35,000. Okay, and that's how we figure out Angela's share.
So
right?
Angela did get more.
she not. Yeah.
Where the 80,000?
She did. Someone say where did 80,000 come from?
That's a
The 80,000 comes from the total. Grandma left $80,000.
Mr. Petty, do we find the ratio for Angela's share now by?
Wait. No,
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, wait.
I go do it then.
Wait. Okay, Alea, explain how we got Angela's share for me, please.
Pardon me?
Explain how we got Angela's share.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
1 second. Kane and I asked Alea to do something.
First you'd have to divide Divide 6 divided by 30.
Were you paying attention, Aleo? Seems like you don't know it. Do you understand what you? Okay, so explain how we got Angela's share, Aleo.
You divide 6 by 30,000, which gives you 5,000.
Mhm.
And then that 5,000 would equal to Richard's share. And then you times that by 3 because in the ratio, Richard's share is 3.
Mhm.
And that gives you 15,000. So then you'd add Ken's share plus Richard's share. And that gives you 45,000. And then you'd minus that by the original amount, 80,000.
Mhm.
Minus the 45,000, and yeah, it gives you 35,000.
Okay. Very good. Good. So now we have 35,000. All right. B. So the question says give the ratio for Richard, Ken, and Angela in simplest form.
I put it in the chat.
Okay. Give the ratio for Richard, Ken, and Angela in simplest form. So we have to break this down into simplest parts. Okay, give the ratio of Richard, Ken, and Angela in simplest form. So let me put this on this side. Give the ratio for Richard, Ken, and Angela in simplest form. So let's put that in order. So Richard is what? How much money is Richard? Richard's share?
15,000.
15,000. So let me put this like this. It's gonna be Richard. It's going to be who else? Ken. Right, Richard, Ken. And then what else? Richard, Ken, and Angela, right? And so we know that for Richard, it is 15,000 for sure. For Richard, it's 15,000. We know that is for Ken. It is how much?
30.
30,000. Very good. 30,000 for Ken. And we know that for Angela, it is what?
35.
35,000. That's what Angela did. He had Dias.
Mr. Petty, we knew that because you had 3, 6, the next number gotta be higher.
She got. It doesn't always have to be.
Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't always have to be. They could play with us, but
I guess it's because she was still good.
Richard, Ken, and Angela.
We're gonna divide them by 5.
Divide them by 5.
Yes, sir. We cancel out the zeros because I don't know
Cancel
where
the
you're going with all them big numbers.
Yes, cancel the zeros. All right, cancel the zeros. All right. Let's go ahead and cancel the zeros then.
I think after we classify the zeros, I think we should divide it by 5.
Yes.
You would have 35, 3, and 15.
All right. Very good. So that's going to be this guy, cancel it with this guy, cancel it with this guy, and this guy, cancel it with this guy, cancel with this guy.
No, you did the wrong zero.
You
That's
should
it.
have 30, 15,
Yeah.
30, and
It
30.
should be 3 zeros. You can't
It
send.
should be 30. You're only supposed to cross out 3 zeros.
My bad. Let's start from the outer.
Yes.
Oh, that's how originally supposed to start off. This one, that one. That was a test, by the way. This is testing you. This one, this one, and that one. Make sure y'all paying attention. This one, and this one. And so what we have now, we have what?
3.
We have 15.
15.
Right. 2.
30.
30.
And 35.
2. 35. 15 to 30 to 35. All right, and so what we're gonna do here is we are going to divide everything by 5. I'm gonna use 5, but y'all using
5.
5 as well. 5. 5. And 5. $15 divided by 5 is
3.
3.
3. Very good.
6.
30 divided by 5 is
6.
6.
And 7.
And 35 divided by 5 is
7.
7. So that means that the ratio in simplest form for Richard, Ken, and Angela is what?
367.
367. So what is X in this case?
7.
X is 7. Very good. X is definitely 7. I need someone to explain how I got this. Any volunteers on how I got?
I could do it.
Go ahead, Antoine.
Okay, first we was told like can get $30,000, and then we divide 30,000 by 6 because that's how much can get inside the ratio. Which gives us 5,000. And then we do Richard's share, which is 5,000 times 3, which is 15,000. And then we add Richard and Ken's share, which is 45,000. And then we subtract 80,000 and 45,000, which gives us 35,000, and that's Angela's share.
Very good.
Keep going?
Continue, yeah.
Okay, and then to simplify it, we put 15,000, 30,000, and 35,000, and we cross out the zeros, and then we divide it by 5, and then we put 3, and then we put 6, and then we put 7. So the ratio is 3, 6, and 7.
Very good. 3 to 6 to 7. All right. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone sending me their notes. So make sure you are sending me your notes. Everyone needs to do that. Go ahead and take a picture of your notes and send them to me. Patrick, have you sent in your notes as yet?
I can send them right now.
Randolph, have you sent in your work?
I'm sending them right now.
And Owen, have you sent in your work? Owen, have you sent in your work? Owen? Where's Owen? Can I hear from Owen? Chanel Jones, can you hear me? Where's Chanel?
Yes, sir.
Where's your notes?
In my book. I didn't send them.
So please take a picture of your work and send them to me.
Yes, sir.
Tonisha, where's Tonisha?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in your work as yet?
I'm still writing it.
Okay. And Janae Williams? Janae Williams, where's Janae Williams? I can't hear from Janae. Janae, can you hear me? Where's Janae? Zion Davis, where's Zion Davis?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in your work as yet?
Yes, sir.
Good. And Samaya? Samaya. Samayah. Samaya.
Yes, sir.
This Walker.
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in your work?
No, not yet. I'm
You-
doing it now on my because I on my iPad trying to get my phone.
Yes, you need to take a picture of your notes and send them to me. Philip, where's Philip? Where's Philip? Philip, can you hear me? Philip. Stanley Eugene, where's Stanley Eugene? Stanley? Stanley, can you hear me? Where's Stanley? I can't hear from Stanley. Destiny Johnson, can you hear me, Destiny?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in your work?
Yes, sir.
You already sent it to me? Destiny, have you sent in your work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. All right. Let me go ahead and send you all the quiz. It's the last quiz for the night. And then we can move on to, I think, social studies. Your social studies today, right?
Yes, sir.
Social studies and then religious studies. So,
Yes, sir, because we did science yesterday.
so let's go ahead and everyone need to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Some people are still not sending me their work. I need you to send in your work. Alandra, where's Alandra?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in the work as yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. All right. The quiz will be posted inside the chat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you started it, please put started inside the chat. You think we're gonna have a straight 100 streak?
I hope so.
Think this is gonna, man, 2 questions, only 2 questions, man, only 2 questions, please. Don't do me like that. Only 2 questions. Everyone need to get all right on the first try. Last time was a good streak though. I ain't gonna lie. We had a lot before we actually broke it. So I think that's the best we've done. I think that's the best we've done in this class. So let's see if we could break that record. Most people got all right on the first try the last time. Let's see if we continue that streak and be even better.
So they started off.
Don't worry about it no more. Just don't worry about it. It's done. It's finished. It ain't.
No, Mr. V, you weren't serious.
And guess who was the main culprit?
Oh, not
Crimson.
me.
Crimson.
Hi.
Crimson.
Started.
Crimson.
Sorry.
Crimson.
I was tired and I listened to the wrong thing.
Crimson and Cleveland. Y'all just, you know what? Forget about it. Don't worry about it no more. Don't worry about it. We ain't even aiming for that no more. That's not even important to us no more. You know what? Forget it. But a lot of people are getting it all right, so that's good. Who is Jed Monroe? Who's that? Who's Jed Monroe? I don't know what Jed Monroe. Jed Monroe, are you there? Who's that?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
What's your name?
Chad.
Say it again.
Chad Manu.
Is this your first time in my class?
Yes, sir.
Really? How did you get the link?
My mommy sent me it and told me to join, so I joined.
You want me to tell you something? What's your mother's number?
4542714.
One sec. What is it?
454
1 second. 454.
27
27
14.
Oh, yes, I see. That's correct. I see. Jed, man. Okay, got you. Okay. Did you send in the notes as well?
Got all right. Yes, sir. I tell her to send it.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Miss Petite,
Uh-huh.
I clicked the wrong thing by accident.
No, I don't believe that.
I mean, it's so for real.
No.
Off my glasses right now. So
Empress.
That's cool.
Redo it for me. Okay, we're gonna move on to social studies. And then we're gonna dive into religious studies. So let's get into it. We have a lot to cover.
Happy early majority rule day.
Oh yeah. Majority rule. Like I said, we do have quality.
Imagine if that was our topic today.
I know, right? That'd have been nice.
Yeah, Mr. Petite, I got a 4 out of 4.
4 out of 4, good. A lot of people got that. Only a few persons like.
Check it again. I totally got 4 out of 4 the first time.
Only a few persons like Crimson decided to break our streak.
That was the first time though. Give me some leeway.
It's okay.
No, Joel, that's not okay.
Stuff happens sometimes.
No.
I was
Like
trying to
last time,
multitask
I
and I was
got like
tired.
6
No.
out of 12.
No break. All right, let's go ahead and go to social studies. If you're not doing social studies or religious studies, you can leave. The rest of us who are doing social studies.
Now,
religious
Mr.
studies,
Petite, see you on
we
Monday
are-
by God's grace.
Yes, sir. The rest of us who are doing social studies, we have to stay back. Social studies and religious studies for this last hour.
Good night.
Good night. Today is Thursday, the what? 9th of January.
do we have your class tomorrow?
No classes on Friday.
Hallelujah.
What? Empress.
Excuse me. What time does the math class end?
It just ends. It's from 6 to 8 every day, Monday to Thursday. Right, Monday to Thursday, 6 to 8 is classes. Is math. Now, social
So I
studies.
could do it now?
Are you doing social studies and religious studies?
No, I only doing math and language.
Only doing math and English. Okay, so you can leave.
Alright.
And
Good night.
Jed, where's Jed? Jed, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right, you can leave. Take care.
Thank you.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
you will go back to the last slide so you can take the screenshot, please.
Okay. Okay, so we talk about the Lutheran Adventures. That was in the last thing. Did we talk about the Lord Proprietors?
What's that?
I don't think so.
No, we haven't talked about the Lord Proprietors. So we left on Lutheran Adventures then. That's the last one.
So
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Good night. Did we do the pirates?
no, sir.
Really? I'm pretty sure. Wow. And we haven't done Crown Colony Government.
I don't think so.
Miss Morris, what did we leave on?
None of them you called just now is what we left on. Our last thing you take of most of them we was doing like quizzes and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's true.
Was the Lutheran Adventures.
Okay, so we left on the Lutheran Adventures. Okay, so all right. That means we have a lot to go. Okay,
Yes,
then
sir.
so after Lutheran Adventures, oh yeah, I remember Lutheran Adventures. We talked about how they eventually moved to the Bahamas to New Providence, and they call it Providence because
yes, sir.
it was better than what they had before. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at proprietary government ran by these money-hungry proprietors.
Oh, I just learned about this.
All right, and you get 2 out of 4.
See, that's math. This social studies.
All right, Thursday, the 9th of January, 2025, actually.
2025.
Give me some grace, please.
But you ain't giving me nothing.
Social studies. All right, we're gonna be looking at, yes, we're gonna be looking at proprietary government. Proprietary government.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. I've never seen this topic in my life before.
Really?
Me neither.
Really?
Mr. Petit, we just did that in class.
In the class, yeah.
What grade level this is?
This is BJC Social Studies.
Very interesting.
What grade are you in?
10.
Grade 10? And you've never saw the proprietary government?
No, sir.
Wow. Lord Proprietors, you know. This
papayas are fruit.
Oh my, this could be long. It's gonna be very long. All right, so what problems? So the Bahamas was faced with a lot of problems before the Lord Proprietors. I mean, they didn't solve much problems, but they were a group of persons who basically wanted to make money off of the Bahamas and not really wanted to take care of it. Just wanted to reap the benefits of it. And so proprietary government is basically a government that is structured by the Lord Proprietors. So let's talk about what problems did the Bahamas face before the Lord Proprietors or before proprietary government. One second, let me change that.
You're writing that question down, right?
Yes. So the Bahamas before proprietary government was basically a lawless town. Was a lawless and corrupt country. And the settlers in the Bahamas, had freedom, but lived in poverty, abject poverty. Right? There was no real government. Now, what's the purpose of a government, right? In general, if I say, what's the purpose?
To control and make sure, like,
Go ahead.
to bring like law and order to the country.
Yeah, to bring law and order, to set up laws and to enforce those laws, right? To make sure that there's a reward and punishment system, right? So there wasn't no real structure that was there. The people who was living there didn't have much to live off of except from living off of the land. There was no real government, so people lived as they what?
Please.
Very good. So people lived as they pleased. And this led to antisocial behaviors, right? There was no courts. There were no courts. There was no magistrate. There was no regular clergy. No doctors.
Excuse me, Miss Petit.
Uh-huh.
So you say they live on land, right? Like they just lived off land?
Off the land, yeah, off the land.
So I mean, so they wasn't like Vikings or nothing?
No. This is the settlers. These are people, remember, settlers were a mixed amount of people. So some of them were part of the Lutheran Adventists who came from Bermuda to Luther and then eventually to Nassau. And then you just have some persons who just would come here and settle, right? But you didn't have like no real strong government, like broad government for the entire country. So there was no courts, no magistrate, no regular clergy, no doctors, no teachers.
So they kill, they get away with it?
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, basically, right? Unless, your family go ahead and try to protect you and defend you or take revenge or something like that. And sometimes a shortage of women.
Mr. Petit, that's supposed to be abject or object poverty.
Abject.
Okay.
Like very, very low. So who would want to live here? No teachers, which means no school, get to do whatever you please. Like, who would want to live here?
Well, how am I supposed to work? And how am I supposed to make a life? How am I supposed to afford a house? And how am I supposed to even live?
But there's no school, you ain't gotta really go to work, no teachers to give you homework.
They get television?
No television.
No Wi-Fi?
No Wi-Fi.
There's also no money.
I stand in 2025.
How much pay you can catch me later?
All right.
I'll stay in 2025.
You sure?
So
2025.
it's basically Haiti.
Also, true. There was a decline of
On their bank
local
account?
resources. Say it again.
I thought you was gonna say their bank account. Never mind.
No, of local resources. Brazilito, and this is a good something for you to remember. I can put it in red. Brazilito. Anyone know what Brazilito is?
Brazil.
Person who
The
found
wood
it.
type.
Wood.
The type
What type of wood?
A type of what?
Yeah, that they did sell.
That they
The
did
lumber
sell?
made in Brazil.
A valuable,
Money.
no, dye wood, right? So that's what Brasileiro is, a valuable dye wood. And ambergris. And ambergris. Anyone familiar with that word?
I thought you said
Ambergris.
hamburger.
Wales
The
vomit.
Wales vomit
Yeah.
used for
Perfume and thing and cologne.
Oh,
yeah.
they tell you it's whales for vomiting.
I like
That's what they say.
yes, it is.
A
It is
secretion.
Wales vomit.
A secretion. A secretion. I'm not gonna say the word, but it's a secretion of that word whale used in perfume and cookery
Oh, but I'm a
supplies.
perfume addict.
Good for you.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes.
I saw that's the what you mean, because the last time I checked it was Wales vomit and it showed up like a rock.
You can research it, you know. Look it up.
Is that
It
like
was
that? Like,
it was limited. It was limited. It was limited and declining. And goods. So basically they was not in a bad shape. They was in a bad shape, right? Nothing good was happening. And goods from wreckage, from wrecked ships could not be depended upon. So there was a lack of government. Remember, this is before proprietary governments. That's why proprietary government had to happen, because it's like we're living in a place where it's like you don't really have a government, you don't really have structure, you don't really have organization, you don't really have things to make things flow, right? So like someone said, there was a lack of governmental
power.
governmental law
Mr.
and order.
Petit, I searched it up. They say it's the same thing.
Governmental law and order. Okay, thank you. Law and order. So settlers were without what? Government protection or law. So again, let me ask this question. Would you want to be in this particular place?
No, sir.
once again,
Definitely not.
Say it again.
No VAT.
But Hubert
definitely not.
Hubert Minnis say he's gonna bring the VAT down to 5%. So
wait, how much is the VAT now?
12.
Oh,
You say cookery supply, you mean like pot and thing where they cook it? Not ingredients.
I don't know what all that thing I don't know what all that. Yeah, I don't know what all that thing
Mr. Petit,
yes.
would you like to go back in time to meet the dinosaurs?
And to settle disputes. To settle disputes.
Hey, at least you
They
know.
I would
usually
like to, but
man are real.
a screen, not.
seeing it on the TVA, watching it on TV.
No, see it in person.
No, like like how you can go to Atlantis and see all of the. Yeah.
Really? And then what happened when they break out of the?
I think when they break out, I was not there.
Exactly.
I can team it.
Okay, then team it. Then go ahead. Which often claim jurisdiction in the Bahamas. During this time, even though they had no legal no legal right to do so. So basically, like we said, it was basically chaotic, right? The Bahamas did not have no real government of its own, right? It didn't have its own courts, its magistrate. In fact, if some happened, they would have to appeal all the way to Bermuda. Why Bermuda? Anyone can remember why Bermuda? Why do you think they would appeal to the Bermuda Council? And remember why? Why would they appeal to the Bermuda Council?
Because the government, what it was, Governor General or something was from. Hold on, let me tell you. Hold on.
Hold on. Be holding on.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I have a question. Like,
Because the illusion.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Sasha.
Yeah, Captain William Slade.
Sale.
Sale. He was the ex-governor for Bermuda, and I think he was the head of the Illusion Adventures.
That's correct. So remember, a lot of these people who was in the Bahamas at this time were from the Lucian Adventures, and they came from Bermuda. And a lot of people coming from there, a lot of people who were settling in the Bahamas was from Bermuda, because they used to bring in not only the Lucian Adventures, but also Bermuda used to send other people to the Bahamas as well. So they would send their matters to Bermuda, but the Bermuda didn't really have no real rights or claim officially to the Bahamas. But the failure of, so basically the failure of Eleuthera, because Eleuthera had its constitution. Remember we talked about that. The first constitution of the Bahamas, the Articles and Orders, was from Eleuthera, from the Eleutherine Adventures. But still, the failure of the Eleutherine Adventures and their colony, if you would use that word, it led to the Lord Proprietors gaining control of the Bahamas. So the Lucian Adventures, so you had the Lucian Adventures, then after Lucian Adventures, you had the Lord Proprietors, and that's how it follows. So you had the Lucayans, after Lucayans, and you had the Lucian Adventures, after Lucian Adventures, you had the Proprietors, Lord Proprietors, right? That's how it flowed. So the failure, let's write that down. The failure, so that's right. So who were the Lord Proprietors? And their interests in the Bahamas. So the failure of the colony of Eleuthera led to the Lord Proprietors gaining control over the Bahamas in 1670. So whatever happened is that William Sale ended up writing to Lord Ashley, begging for them to take control of the Bahamas, because he still felt that even though he wasn't, even though he wasn't in the Bahamas, he still felt that his people are there, and so he still felt a burden to want to help them. So there was no, like we said, there was no law and order, and no government, to run the settlement, right? John Darrell Hugh Wentworth and William Sale. Another time he was 80 years old, William Sale, who still wanted to see something positive happen to the Bahamas. Felt responsible for the people. Who wrote a letter? Who wrote a letter to Lord Ashley? Like in the olden days, they used to call people like Lord Ashley and Lord
Yes, sir.
Berkeley and Sir George, whoever, like Duke of Ambermark and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it sounds like
Mr. Petit, you know they rely.
yes.
Every famous person have a weird name.
What do you mean by that?
That's a natural name, you know. I got that from YouTube.
You're kind of right. Elon Musk, that's a weird name. That's crazy. I mean, he's African anyway.
That's not the name of a cologne.
Mr. Petit,
African.
you know this in the olden days, they'll have you executed for doing this, right?
What?
It's kind of like blasphemy to them. Like
What?
if you mock their name or something like that.
Oh, ha 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 ha.
But it's a good thing they're gone, eh?
All right, Lord Ashley. So who wrote Lord Ashley? One of the proprietors. You probably can't see that. Let me enlarge it. One of the proprietors. Of Carolina, begging them to take control of the Bahamas. Remember why they want to take the control of the Bahamas? Because the Bahamas was in rags, like it needed help. And so William Sale and those felt like, we need to see something better happen for the Bahamas. So hopefully the Lord Proprietors would make something and change it, but that never happened. They by and large did not do a good job with the Bahamas. One of the Lord Proprietors of Carolina begging them to take control of the Bahamas or obtain a letter of patent. And that's basically mean like a lease, similar to a lease. Or like rent, you know what I mean? Like if you rent in a place for the Bahamas. On November 1st, 1670, the Lord Proprietors, it's a long time ago, 1600s, the Lord Proprietors spell that wrong, formally accepted the Bahamas as part of their grant, and the main reason was because of greed. And so we're going to talk about that in the next time we come. So the main reason why they accepted the Bahamas was because of greed. So they wanted to set up large plantations and make a lot of money. But in order for you to make money, you have to spend money. But the Lord proprietors are not on that run. There were 6 Lord proprietors: Christopher Monk, the second Duke of Amber Marley, William Earl of Craven, John Lord. Wait, I'm listing the names of the Lord proprietors. John Lord Berkeley, Baron of Stratton, Anthony Lord Ashley, Sir George Carteret, and Sir Peter Collington. So that's the Lord proprietors.
They want a fancy name too, I ain't gonna lie.
You see anything about the names?
All right, good. So they basically, all of them had to pay a rent. So you should have had to invest like £200 and fine silver whenever the King of England visited the land. But the Lord proprietors never actually visited the Bahamas. None of them never visited the Bahamas. All they did was they appointed governors to rule the island for them. And that marked the beginning of proprietary government. And proprietary government is basically a government under the control of the Lord proprietors. So if I ask you, what is proprietary government? You would tell me proprietary government is government under the control of who? Proprietary government is government under the control of who?
Lord
The proprietors.
The Lord proprietors, yeah, the Lord proprietors. And how many did I mention? How many Lord proprietors did I mention?
6.
6, yeah, 6. All right, so take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. We're gonna talk about the governors that they place. Remember I told you that they never step foot on the island. They just send governors to rule and stuff like that. And you know what's happening. So they had, say it again.
Why?
Why they what? What's the question? Why what?
I don't know. Why they didn't visit the islands?
Why didn't they? These guys have a lot of money. They ain't come in the raggedy New Providence. They come there for.
Wow.
It ain't like this was like
Disrespectful, disrespectful, but not. I'm
I
not
love
gonna.
America, so I'm not offended.
this is not a. I mean, back then, obviously now we're developed and everything, but back then, what is the Bahamas? What is the Bahamas? Please remember, this was a pirate's haven. Pirates love here. It wasn't until, honestly, to be honest, it wasn't until Woodes Rogers came here and start like doing stuff that it became a little better, and then it was upward from then. But please, the Lord proprietors come into the Bahamas. Go ahead.
Why everybody so interested in the Bahamas? What in the Bahamas?
You mean back then or now?
Back then.
Remember, the Bahamas was one thing about the Bahamas was a place where you could be free. So when we talk about the Lutheran Adventists wanted to come to the Bahamas in search of religious freedom. Same thing with the Loyalists. The Loyalists wanted to come to the Bahamas. One second, the Loyalists wanted to, we haven't discussed the Loyalists, but we can talk about them soon. But the Loyalists wanted to come to the Bahamas because the Bahamas was a safe haven for them, because they were loyal to Britain and the Bahamas was a Britain colony, so they went to the Bahamas, defying a safe haven. The Bahamas have always been that safe haven, right? And that's why you find a lot of people who on the run would come to the Bahamas. Yeah.
We just so happen to be in a location close to America.
Yeah. It's just so happened geographically. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. We are going to the best subject ever, religious studies, and then we're gonna call it a wrap. What's the last topic that we did in RK? What's the last topic that we did in religious studies?
I got screenshot it. Because
Yeah,
I was ready.
yeah, take a screenshot because we have to go, have to move from this. What is the last topic that we did for religious studies? Sashnik or Tiffany? I Miss Morris? We did last time.
Questions about fasting.
Questions about fasting. Okay, good. Questions about, oh, we have a nice one today. Questions about the Sabbath. So we did questions about fasting, and then it's talking about the bridegroom, and you don't, while the bridegroom is there, you don't fast. So today we're going to be talking about questions about the Sabbath. So the Pharisees, it's a good one. The Pharisees were very, you know how they go. They always wanted to find a way to do what? Start with T. R-A.
Trap Jesus.
Trap Jesus, very good. Trap. They always wanted to trap Jesus, right? That was their mission. That was their obligation. They felt that that was their duty. They tried to find a way to trap Jesus. So they're always trying to pick out what he's doing. And so they thought that Jesus was keeping the Sabbath wrong. And in fact, they actually thought that Jesus was breaking the Sabbath. And so today we're going to be talking about what is the Sabbath? What does it mean? And what did they accuse Jesus of? All right, so that's what we're going to be looking at in our study for this evening. So let's go ahead and do that. My name is Mr. Petite.
Sorry, can you go back further? Can you take the picture?
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Petit, I didn't get the mat notes.
Okay. You can get it at the end because we have to move forward, and then I'll go back, okay? So you understand me, Alora?
Yes, sir.
Today's Thursday. So today is Thursday, the 9th of September. That's a lie. 9th of January.
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
2025. Today is the subject is religious studies. Okay. And the topic is what? Questions about the what? Sabbath. What is the Sabbath?
A day of rest.
A day of rest.
A day of rest. Good. And which day is the Sabbath?
Every Sunday.
We say it's a Sunday.
So
Saturday.
So let me talk about, I mean like for Jesus and the Jews and stuff like that, like what day
Sunday.
what day was
Saturday.
so when you look at it, right, for the Jews, the Sabbath, if you want a definition, the Sabbath is the seventh day, and that's the day that they observe for the Sabbath. So the seventh day of the week. And why did they observe it? Because of what? From Genesis, remember, God rested on that day.
God rested on the seventh day.
So the seventh day of the week that God rested is Sabbath. And when you look at the Ten Commandments, you find it there. So the Jews being very strict with the law and very, they very serious observe, very, I won't use the word religious, but very serious in their adherence to the law. That was one of the things that they kept very strongly. But Jesus came to show them that y'all are very hypocritical with y'all views on the Sabbath, because they would say, okay, you can't do X, Y, Z, but then if their animal fall into a ditch, because that was something that they used to use to make money, they would try to take the animal out. And this is like, wait, so you were able to save an animal's life on the Sabbath, but when it comes to saving a human's life, I can't do that on the Sabbath. So this is like, I think y'all are getting this thing mixed up. Like that's not what the Sabbath is made for. The Sabbath is not made. Well, I didn't make the Sabbath for it to be a burden. I didn't make the Sabbath for it to be anything grievous. I made the Sabbath for it to be a delight, and I made the Sabbath for it to be something whereby you can rest in, but also if someone is hurting or someone is doing bad on the Sabbath, you should be able to help them. And Jesus was trying to teach them that, but they wasn't understanding. So Saturday is observed. It's observed. So if you go to any Jewish community, if you go to any Jewish community, on Saturday, that's rest day, right? There is an organization that rests on Sabbath too, on the 7th, on Saturday, and I know the Seventh-day Adventist does it, and you have some other churches who does it on the Saturday too. Some Seventh-day Baptists and stuff like that, they do it on Sabbath. But you have some churches who are open on Saturdays, but not all. Most churches are open on Sunday, at least in the Bahamas. But if you go to any Jewish community, Saturday is the day. So Saturday is observed as the Jewish Sabbath. The Pharisees thought that the only thing that you were supposed to do was go to the temple or synagogue and rest, right? They didn't understand, but Christ came, and this is very important because the Bible talks about this, but Christ came to magnify the law and make it honorable. That's absolutely actually a quotation from the Bible. What does that mean? This means that he came to show them how to properly abide by God's laws, including the Sabbath. The Jews had placed man-made burdens on the Sabbath. Burdens and what? You could say restrictions on the Sabbath that God had never placed. So they used to say that they used to say that it was only a certain amount of steps that you could walk on the Sabbath, and there's only a certain amount of this you could do on the Sabbath, only a certain amount of this you could do on the Sabbath. But God's law never said that. In fact, when Jesus tried to, yeah, they had to do all them stuff. They had to. It's a lot of rules. I don't know all of them on my head, but I'm sure you can look it up. Just go on Jewish rules on the Sabbath in Christ's day. But it was very strict, and Jesus was trying to tell them that, hey, like y'all doing this thing wrong. Like the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath, which means that I made this day for you to rest in me, and not for you to be worried about how much steps you step in, right? So, the Jews thought that the Sabbath was something that was very burdensome. Now Christ came to show that the Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath. Like the car was made for the human. The human was not made for the car, right? So that's the same thing. The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath, right? The Sabbath was made to be that rest for man, right? Just like how the bed was made for man in the sense that you go to sleep and you rest on the bed. You wasn't made for the bed, no. The bed was made for you. The same thing with the Sabbath. The Sabbath was not, the Sabbath was made for man, but man was not made for the Sabbath, right? So God made the Sabbath with man in view. Now Christ came to show the Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath, that it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath, right? So even though it's a Sabbath and someone about to faint and they're about to die, you'd be like, oh, I can't call the ambulance because it's a Sabbath. It's like, bro, you better try call the ambulance before the person dead on the side of you. Or if someone is in dire need of help, you have to help them, even though it's a Sabbath. Like you have to help them because it's lawful to do good on the Sabbath. But the Jews took it to the next extreme. It's like, you got to wait till the Sabbath over and then you can heal the person. Like what? That don't make no sense. So Jesus and his disciples were walking through the fields. So Jesus and his disciples. I didn't put the verse A. Let me put the key for the scripture. The scripture is taken from Mark chapter 2, verses what? 23 to 28. So Jesus and his disciples were walking through what field? Y'all know what type of field it was? Come on, Bible scholars. What type of field it was?
Open one?
It was a what?
Open field?
It's a type of field, specific type of field. Start with C.
Corn.
It was a cornfield. Yeah, walking through the cornfields on the Sabbath. And guess what?
He just take an add a corn.
Yes.
He grabbed one and eat one.
Yes. The disciples were hungry and decided to pick from the fields
I feel
and
they
eat. Say it again.
I feel their pain.
You feel that pain, right? The Pharisees thought that the act of plucking the corn was considered what? Work. So when you pluck the corn and you have to mash it between your hands, right? To get it, for you to be able to, like when I don't know if y'all ever like eat corn from like the field, like, and you have to take it and you have to remove the peel from it.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, they're like, ha ha, we caught you, you're working. And this is like, what? Like, why can't I be serious? This is not work, right? And besides, we are doing the Father's work. Like it wasn't like they just was idling around the field. They were actually engaged in like the work of the Lord. So, and besides, they were Jesus. Like, if I were with Jesus all day, and we walk into the field, and I with Jesus all day, I can pluck the corn and eat because I with him. If anything wrong, he could tell me, and he ain't tell me nothing, so I want with y'all. The Pharisees thought that the act of plucking the corn was considered work. Okay. Okay, good. All right, so Jesus told the Pharisees, Jesus told the Pharisees, that people were supposed to enjoy the Sabbath and not consider it a burden. Jesus also reminded them of David, who went into the temple and was hungry.
Excuse me, Mr. Bate.
Uh-huh.
My device is about to die, so you think you could send me the notes if I don't get a chance to join back tonight, please?
Yes, I will, and I'll also send the notes tomorrow.
So thank you.
And he went temple and was hungry, and he ate the bread that was only meant for the priests. David was not punished for his actions, right? So Jesus is telling them, hey, listen, David, when he was hungry, he went to the temple and he ate the bread that only the priest supposed to eat, and he was not punished, right? So Jesus is telling them that they're missing the bigger picture, right? And the bigger picture is that you're not supposed to be overly obsessed with man-made laws. What do I mean by that? The Jews had these extra rules placed on the Sabbath that God had not enjoined, and Jesus is trying to show them the right way to keep the Sabbath. All right. Now, Jesus did not want them to feel that not observing the Sabbath is not important. He knows it's important, so Jesus did not mean that the Sabbath is not important, because he is the one who is the lawgiver. So of course the Sabbath is important, but he wanted them to prioritize people and his work and the work of helping others and saving souls above their unnecessary rules. Okay? They believe that you couldn't walk for more than 1 mile on the Sabbath. All they have different rules they are on the Sabbath, but Jesus wanted to show them that, hey, listen, it's lawful to do good on the Sabbath. All right. And so that's the notes for that one. Go ahead. Anyone want to read this one before we bring it to a close? Anyone want to read it? Any volunteers?
Can I read? I would like to read.
Go ahead, Crimson. Saturday. Then Joel will read the second paragraph.
Saturday is observed as the Jewish Sabbath. The Pharisees thought that the only thing that you were supposed to do was go to the temple/synagogue and rest. But Christ came to magnify the law and make it honorable. This means that he came to show them how to properly abide by God's law, including the Sabbath.
Joel?
The Jews had placed man-made burdens and restrictions on the Sabbath that God had never placed. Now Christ came to show that the Sabbath was made for man and not for man for the Sabbath. That it is lawful to do good and on the Sabbath.
Crimson?
Jesus and his disciples were walking through the cornfields on the Sabbath. The disciples were hungry and decided to pick from the fields and eat. The Pharisees thought that the act of plucking the corn was considered work.
Joel?
Jesus told the Pharisees that people were supposed to enjoy the Sabbath and not consider it a burden. Jesus also reminded them of David, who went into the temple and was hungry, and he ate the bread that was only meant for the priests. David was not punished for his actions.
Crimson?
Jesus did not mean that the Sabbath is not important, but he wanted them to prioritize people and the work of helping others and saving souls above their unnecessary rules.
Very good. All right. What I want you to do is take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You sent it already, Empress?
Yes, sir. I'm not
Oh,
done yet.
okay,
I did took a screenshot.
okay. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit. Have
Good
a good
night.
rest
Good
of the
night.
Good night. Good night. You as
Good
well.
Hope
night,
to see you
Mr.
next
Petit.
week, Monday. Thank you
Good
for
night.
teaching us.
Thank you as well.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
See you next week, by God's grace, Mr. Petty.
Have a good one. Take care.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Hello, Mr. Petit. You sound so tired.
Good night. Good night.
Take notes.
Yes.
I didn't.
Which one? This one? Tell
That's
me.
it.
Which one?
Thank you, Mr. Petit. I will have to finish these tomorrow.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right.